What's up, everyone, and welcome into episode number 559, where it is my honor and privilege to introduce a special guest joining this episode. And that is someone who is from Michigan but wrestles for Navy, Brendan Ferretti. How are you doing, Brendan?
Good, good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Really appreciate you joining. Looks like a beautiful day out in
Oh
Maryland.
yeah.
Hopefully, getting to enjoy it a little bit. I know you just finished up conferences as well at the EIWA. How did they go? Just kind of talk about it. Last meet ever, so probably a little bit of different emotions coming off of that.
Yeah, as a team, I thought we did super well. We took second as a team. First day was like a little slow, I would say, off the start, and then the
Okay.
second day everyone just like was firing all cylinders. I lost in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And then every match at conference is tough just because it's like could be the last or like second to last tournament of the season. And
Exactly.
I had some close matches that I probably didn't expect. But you just grind through them, and then yeah, and then the last day I had a forfeit to go for third and fourth, and then wrestled third and fourth match, and I ended up losing in overtime. But it was uh it was fun. It was a good weekend. So can't I mean obviously bittersweet feelings.
Yeah.
Obviously wish I could be at the national tournament, especially being there before. It's kind of expected, but some things in life just don't go that way. So just got to
Yeah.
keep going forward.
Yeah, I was just going to say wrestling's kind of one of those sports that you kind of deal with a lot of adversity, right? Like you might be at the top of the mountain one day, and then maybe the next year or two, things just don't go well. And it's more about kind of chasing really that height that you want to get to. And I obviously know going into conferences, you actually talked a little bit about this with Tim Nolan of Navy Athletics, where freshman year you got fourth, kind of struggled sophomore, junior going into your senior year. You talked about kind of your mindset approach and just really going there to take it to people and not really thinking too much. How did kind of getting back to that type of mindset really help you during your senior year in conference get that fourth place, which again ties your career best?
Yeah, I think that it kind of like freed me up a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like I was able to just like I hadn't really done anything in college other than make it to nationals as a freshman. Like so I didn't really have like allowed me to go out there and wrestle. Like I have nothing to lose. Like
Yeah,
I'm not I wasn't ranked like I had been. I had been in and out the entire year, but like I hadn't done anything since freshman year. Like there's nothing to be worried about. Just go out there and wrestle hard and um just have fun. I think it allowed me to have
yeah,
fun, which is the that's what I'm glad I had fun for my last tournament because if it's not fun, then why are you doing it?
exactly. Like you didn't have any like expectations on your shoulders. Like you might look at other guys that might be like your favorite or second favorite, and going into it, you're like, hey, I just want to have fun. I want to have this kind of free mindset going into it and see exactly what happened. And it almost seemed like that kind of mindset your freshman year worked, and it really seemed to work on this one as well.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was fun. So it it just allowed me to have fun and go out there and when you have fun, that's when you wrestle your best. So
Yeah. Does it seem like it's been 5 years at the very start of your being at the Naval Prep Academy?
oh yeah, it's felt like a long time. I won't lie, it's felt like a long time. It's just been it's been like a crazy like constant ride. It's been
Yeah.
good though. It's like definitely taught me a lot of things, but it has been it's felt long. It's felt long.
Yeah.
You know, I've been through moments throughout the past 5 years where like I'm like I freaking hate this place. Like
Yeah.
I wish I never came here. And then like now that I'm like kind of on the backside, I'm like this was like amazing for me. Like I met my fiance,
Oh,
um,
that's awesome.
and
Congratulations, by the way.
thank you. Yeah, we're getting married in June, so I got like plenty of things to look forward to. Like it set me
Absolutely.
up for like my entire career. And like, I'm definitely glad that I came here. So
Yeah.
it's just like, it's been a while, but like
Yeah.
now that all this is over, or well, wrestling's over, which is pretty much my entire life. Um, I have like a lot of free time. And like now I can like focus on a new chapter.
Yeah, I was just going to say that has to be weird having a little bit more free time than you probably had in the last like 10, 15, 20 years, depending on how long you've wrestled. Like you mentioned, this is your whole life, right? And now it's like, hey, like it's on to the next chapter. That has to be a little bit of a weird feeling, but you also have to kind of enjoy a little bit of having a little bit more of free time where it doesn't feel like you have to wrestle.
Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird. Like I can eat whatever I want now. So
Yeah.
that's always a plus. But yeah, it's definitely weird. Like the guys had conditioning today, and like obviously I don't have to do that anymore. So
Yeah.
like I went in there, wrestled this morning, and then they had conditioning, but like I didn't have to go. So like I was just working on my paper.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like a normal day. So
Exactly. I do have to ask you, first meal after you got done wrestling, what was the first thing you ate that wasn't good for you? Because during the season, obviously, you want to eat pretty decently. What was the first thing you had after the season ended?
the first so we got back from Washington DC for conference, and like my parents were up here and we were gonna go out to eat, but like I was starving. So I got back and I just had to stop at 7-Eleven to get some things, and the first thing I
Yeah.
got was their cookies. For some reason, I love their cookies. So that was the
Okay.
first that was like the first like snack I ate. And then we went to it's a place called here Federal House, and I got like
Okay.
this ginormous burger. It was amazing.
I
So
was just going to say that burger probably tasted better than it's ever had before at that point.
it was good. It was good. It was really good.
Love that. But like you mentioned, obviously wrestling's kind of done. Wrestling has truly been kind of the one thing that has probably been stagnant, right? Like it's been like the one thing through your 4 or 5 years that has kind of been the same. Because the one thing about the Naval Academy, college in general, things change all the time. You kind of
Oh
have
yeah.
to adjust. But wrestling was always there for you. And throughout your journey, Coach Colat was always there for you as well throughout your time being your coach. Talk about how impactful he was, not only in your development at the Naval Academy, but also even getting you to the Academy 5 years ago, because it seemed like things were headed to Michigan State. And then one day, Coach Colat got you to come to Navy.
Yeah. He's been he's been awesome. Like and like we talked about like how we like everyone clashes like but
Yeah,
he like really cares and like we've had our up and down moments but like he's pretty much like a father figure. So he's like
yeah,
although I haven't wrestled the best and like I haven't been able to give like Navy wrestling like amazing like results. He's always like stood loyal to me and has always like just like been there and always rooting for me.
yeah.
So and like kind of sucks I wasn't able to like do more for the program. But I'll forever be thankful for him because he got me here. Like I would have never made it just like on my own because like the schooling
Yeah.
is just crazy. Um, but yeah, he gave me a blue chip, which means like pretty much like you'll get in. But I had to go to the preparatory school because my SAT score wasn't very good.
Okay.
So yeah, I was really planning on going to Michigan State because family went there. Both my
Yeah.
sisters went there. It's close to home. I love home. I'm a homebody. So and then Colat called me because I was already talking to Navy. I was talking to Dan Neff before um Colak got there.
Okay.
And Neff's the Bucknell coach now. He's one of the Bucknell coaches. So I was talking to him
Okay.
and once Kolak came in, he like took over and he like called me and I went on a visit there and I had a great time. And he was all like serious when I first met him. He was like working out and like he's like, I'll be with you in a minute. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And my parents were like, what the hell, what's going on over here? And then yeah. And then kind of just like he's really good at like helping you develop like a good mindset for like just to be like a tough minded person. So
Yeah.
like there's been times where like I probably like wanted to like quit or like I hadn't been like doing my best and like he'll yell at me, but like it's out of like love and like he just wants me to be the best version of myself. So no, yeah,
Exactly.
I'll forever be grateful for him. It'll be weird just because like I don't know, I freaking go over to his house all the time and hang out there and
Yeah.
he's just he's a good dude and like not a lot of people really like know him that well. So you get to know him. He's a great guy and
Yeah.
he's definitely like you see what he does, like what he's done for like Campbell. Um
Yeah.
and he coached at UNC, so like he knows like he obviously knows what he's doing and
Yeah.
he's like great coach and he just wants the best for us. So yeah, he's definitely developed
Exactly.
me strong mind. And yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah, he's a legend, right? Like a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of people know who he is, but he's also someone that is going to make you better. He's someone that's going to push you. And you mentioned he like yells at you, but at the end of the day, like you know that he's doing that because not only he cares about you, he wants you to get better. And you mentioned he's a father figure to you as well, which I'm sure probably you and him will stay in contact. I'm sure you'll probably end up coming back to some Navy wrestling meets. I know that the overall like wrestling kind of family, brotherhood, alumni, current wrestlers is a huge thing at Navy. And I do want to talk about that when I talk about kind of the brotherhood later down the road. But you mentioned he kind of gave you like a blue chip going into Navy. You kind of had to go to prep school just because of scores. When you committed to Navy, obviously you committed to much more than just wrestling, right? You committed to the school, you committed to military service, you're committing to a lot of different things. But that probably doesn't really hit you until you get on campus, until you arrive to the prep school.
Oh yeah.
What was that like when you finally arrived? Was it like, what was I getting myself into? Like, why did I do this? Or was it more of like, this is kind of what I expected? It's just that this is the reason why I came here to wrestle, but there's also part of this in it as well.
It was like so I was like just I was super excited to wrestle under Cole and I committed there and like I don't think I like really realized what I was getting myself into because you get there and then like they start like screaming at you even at the prep school they start like
Okay.
yelling at you and like wasn't nothing I expected but it was wild like
Yeah.
but I've like met some of like my greatest friends at Naps and here but it was like
Yeah.
like looking back at it just funny because like when you first get there you can only like say like these like five phrases and like you can't answer with anything else. So I get
Yeah.
there, I'm like, this is not what I expected. And like I just like I'm like always like smiling and laughing. So I was always
Yeah.
getting in trouble for that. Um but yeah, it was I'm just like I just try to be a happy person and
Yeah.
I was not
Absolutely.
ready for that.
Yeah. How different was the prep school compared to the actual Naval Academy? What was that kind of transition like? Or is it pretty similar for the most part?
It's like school wise, it's pretty similar. Like you go I feel like I've been in high school for like the past like 8 years now because you
Yeah,
go like the prep school is pretty much set up the same way as Navy. Like you go to school from like 7 to like 3 p.m. every day, which is like what you do in high school. Um,
exactly.
and like it's super similar, but like at the same time it's different because like you you get more leeway here because you're an athlete there. Like you're pretty much
Okay.
like you got to go to like all the formations at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and like it's freezing in Rhode Island and the wind is crazy. And
Oh yeah.
then you get here and like you have like excusals for like the morning formation because that's when we practice, and then you have
Okay.
afternoon excusal like for lunch practice and stuff. So
Okay.
it's like it's you have a lot more leeway here, and it's better. It's better because I
Yeah.
feel like naps you're like you don't get to take the weekend, like you don't get to go out really. We only got to go out like once and like sleep
Okay.
somewhere
Wow.
else. And here, like as a senior, I can leave every weekend and like sleep wherever I want on the weekends,
Exactly.
obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like pretty similar. It's like almost a
Okay.
little more integrated at Naps because it's like smaller, but it's just like crazy looking back and like seeing the people I went to Naps with. And it's just funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say, obviously, it's like a memory building thing, right? Like, but it's also like a wake up call. But then you obviously end up getting to your freshman year at the Naval Academy, end up being a plebe, which obviously your freshman year was the year that you had a ton of success right away. You talk about going to conference, you talk about going to NCAs. Did you ever imagine your freshman year going the way it did for the wrestling aspect of it?
Not really, which is why I think I wrestled so good because like
Okay.
I had like really no like expectations and like just kind of go out there and wrestle and
Yeah.
um like even like the start of the year I was just like kind of like I'm just here practicing like this is just normal practice and I ended up going to comp like I ended up having obviously a good year. I was like 23-9, which is kind
Yeah.
of crazy to look back and think but yeah, conference was awesome. Like I wrestled Vito Rujao
Yeah.
in the semifinals and I got a takedown on him. Took him
Which
down
doesn't
and
happen too often, right?
no, yeah, I think I was like one of the first people to take him down that year. And like I just remember like looking at like because he took me down and then I got out and then I took him down. And then I just like remember going out of bounds and like looking at Colette and like we were like smiling. And it's like because like I know like I'm there, like
Yeah.
I'm with the best guys. And then yeah, following conference, I took fourth at conference, so
Yep.
took fourth and then going to nationals and I had really no idea what to expect. I was kind of like, holy shit, made it to nationals. Um,
Exactly.
and I get there, everything's going good. And then I think I'm like at the second match of like the entire tournament. Like on one of the,
Oh,
like
so
I'm
you
like
were
on deck.
early on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like I remember like they play like this video. It's like it's awesome, and then, like the lights go
Yeah.
down and everything, and I'm just like on the floor getting ready to wrestle, and like I just remember walking out there and be like, holy, this is crazy. So it was kind of like a
Yeah.
shock almost. So yeah, I also yeah, I didn't really care like who I was wrestling. I was just like, this is like wild, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So but
Yeah, because I'm
it
sure the
was amazing.
atmosphere was insane.
Oh yeah, it was unlike anything I'd ever like really been to. Like even like the Michigan states for wrestling,
Yeah.
they have like there's like a ton of people, but like they're at like nationals, it's like enclosed and like almost every seat's filled, and it's
Exactly.
wild.
Yeah, because you won a couple state championships in Michigan. Obviously, I they were at Ford Field still at that time when you were wrestling, right?
Yes. Yep. My
Yeah.
last one was in like Kalamazoo though. I forget where it was at
Okay.
exactly. But every other one was at Ford Field, which was awesome.
Yeah, because obviously, like Ford Field, Detroit Lions Stadium, like I'm sure that place was absolutely packed, but I'm sure it was nothing even
No.
relatively close to what Nationals was like. The atmosphere, the wrestlers in itself, like you're with the best wrestlers in the country, right? Like it's extremely difficult to get there. And then you mentioned the video as well. Like that's probably a moment that you can always go back to and just say like, hey, what a cool moment. And I got to do something so few wrestlers have ever gotten to do.
Yeah, it was it gives you chills and it like hypes you up, and then
Yeah,
as soon as that video ends, like the whistles blow and tournament started.
exactly. What did it mean to you stepping on the mat at nationals, repping the Navy singlet and repping your school?
Um, it was it was awesome. I just think that people like, oh, it's the Navy, like they're not that. It's just like it's not like a Big Ten school or anything like that. So like
Yeah,
it's like nice to go out there and like just prove that like we could be there, and like we just go through like a lot more like shit than like if I were to go to like a different school, like all I would do would be is wrestle, and that's all I would
yeah,
do all day every day. Like, but here I like do a bunch of military shit. I go to class all day long, and then like I'm practicing 2 times a day at like I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning. So like
yeah,
it's not really like a screw you, but to like the service academies, but like it just goes to show that like we could be there too. So it was just
yeah.
nice like representing like there wasn't very many um I don't we only had I think we had like 4 or 5 go to nationals my freshman year. So it was
Okay.
nice just to like go out there and put on the Navy singlet and
Yeah.
just wrestle hard, even though I got whooped my first match.
Hey, it's kind of like a welcome to college wrestling moment, right? Like
Yeah,
it's like a welcome to nationals moment. And obviously, like you still got to go, you still got to experience a couple of matches, and then like you specifically mentioned, right? A lot of people like look at the academies and say, well, they're not necessarily like the greatest athletes, or they're like the academies are kind of overlooked by a lot of schools around the country. But like there's some really good athletes at the
yeah, oh yeah,
academy. You mentioned like this year, right? If you want to talk about specific teams, like you guys had a really good season. The basketball team unfortunately fell a little bit short. Football team was absolutely incredible. Like there's some really good athletes at any academy, especially at the Naval Academy. And like the amount of stuff that you guys go through, it's almost like, hey, like to even get to this point, we have to go through so much even more, and we have so much to do outside of this. So
yeah,
obviously, freshman year ends up happening. You obviously have that experience a little bit. After your freshman year, though, things kind of get a little bumpy along the
yeah.
way. How did kind of going through the last 3 years, your sophomore, junior, senior years, not only help you grow as a wrestler, but just kind of going through that experience of success, but then also having to experience failure as well?
Yeah, it obviously like sucks. I went through like I don't try not to make any excuses. It's just you just deal with there's so many different things that can happen. Like freshman year,
Yeah,
after nationals, we like go on trainings and stuff. I ended up getting staph infection in my bursa, had to get knee surgery to get that removed. And then
that's not good.
I actually had a good start um to my sophomore year, and then it kind of like fell off a little bit. Um, but yeah, it's like it's honestly it's like a good thing and a bad thing. Like if I won all the time and like won everything, then like it's not really teaching me anything.
Yeah.
So I had knee surgery and then I had back surgery at the end of sophomore year. Um,
Okay.
and then that was those were pretty much the two main things that I had to get
Yeah.
used to wrestling with. Like my knee, it all would always like the scar would always open up, and like I wrestled like the entire year with a like herniated disc my sophomore year.
Okay.
So that like you just like learn to like wrestle like a different way because like you're never gonna be like Cole always says you're never gonna be 100%. And
Yeah.
I think like this year I really like even though I like didn't always feel the greatest because like I've been wrestling for so long, like
Yeah.
you just like kind of push through that and it just like teaches you to like nothing's ever gonna like be perfect. Like
Exactly.
you're not gonna win everything. So like it's like almost like I'm still like looking back on it now, like
Yeah.
man, some people probably expected a lot more from me, which is fine. But I still have like people that like love me and like for some people
Oh yeah.
wrestling is like literally everything. But like now that I'm like this is it for like that was it for me. So like I have like a whole new chapter and I'm sure I'm gonna fail in the next couple years in like my actual job. And I'm
Yeah.
like you just gotta be happy and you gotta go on and you have to figure out a new way because like it's not always gonna go your way. And
Exactly.
I've talked to like some of the coaches like and just like what I've learned from Navy wrestling and just being there and going through a bunch of hard stuff is that like I don't think I'll have to like I'll be experience other types of difficulties, but I don't think I'll ever
Yeah.
like experience anything as hard as like going through all these last 4 years. I don't think there'll be
Exactly.
anything like as taxing on me. So like you got to wake up at 5
Yeah.
a.m. and then at 5:30, 6 o'clock, you're in the room like beating the shit out of some other guy or you're getting your ass beat. And like no one wants to do that
Yeah.
every morning. It's just the way that our like schedule
No.
fits in. Like we have to practice that early. And then like I know like nobody does like the conditioning sessions we do. Like those are like those get me like scared, but like and they like give me like butterflies when I go to do them. But
Yeah.
like you do it and you go through it and like it just like strengthens your mind. So yeah, I'm
Exactly.
like excited to like take what I've learned and like my mental capacity and my mental strengths and like project those at my next job and I'm excited for it. So it's been crazy. It's been a crazy ride.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's one of those things of like sometimes you just have to embrace the suck, right? Sometimes you just have to embrace the journey. And even though it sucks, sometimes losses, sometimes struggle can teach you more about yourself, can teach you more about who you're going to become. And you wouldn't necessarily be the person you are today without the up and down journey you've gone through. And I'm sure, like you specifically mentioned, where you're like, yeah, would I've loved more success? The answer is probably yes. But what you do have is you have people that care about you. You have lessons because of those things. And it truly has helped shape you into obviously the person you are and the leader you're becoming. And then obviously in the future, you'll be an officer in the Navy here relatively shortly because of that as well.
Yeah, yeah, I I think it's gonna be real good. It's just it's gonna be
Yeah.
different, not wrestling every day. So, but it's
Yeah.
like I can't complain. Like I've learned so much stuff here, and just
Yeah.
like the more I look back on it, the more I'm like, wow, I've done a lot over the past 4 years. I've been through a lot of stuff the past 4 years. Like I'm just excited to see like what's gonna happen in my future.
Exactly. And you also have gotten to experience some really cool stuff along the way. And one of those cool things is something that I'm sure obviously means a lot to everyone at the Naval Academy, everyone, every athlete as well. And that is the rivalry between Army, Navy, the match. What is that rivalry like? And just what does it mean to you every time you've gotten the ability to step on the mat and face a guy from Army?
Um, it's it's some of like it's the craziest rivalry. It's it's like a different type of like everyone gets hyped for it. Like even we had people beat
Yeah.
some army dudes at conference and like the whole team is just like
Okay.
screaming and like bunch of chirping. It's the Star Duel is like the Star Duel is crazy. Freshman year we won.
Yeah.
That was the only time that I was on the team when we won. I remember like getting a takedown in
Okay.
overtime, and like we were at Army, and it was just like it was like awesome to be like take them down in their own place, and then
Yeah.
like it's like it's almost like it's kind of hard to explain unless like you're there because like everyone is like into the match,
Yeah.
and like it's just the atmosphere is crazy. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot of fun, and it's something awesome to be a part of.
Yeah. Being from Michigan, obviously, there's the Michigan State Michigan rivalry, there's the Michigan Ohio State rivalry. If you had to compare the Army Navy rivalry to either of those, is it close at all, or is it just on a different level?
Uh, it's not even close. It's not
Okay.
close. It could
Love it.
be. I would say it's not close because like it's just like I don't even know how to like really explain it, but like you go to
It just
like
means different, right?
yeah, it's just like a different meaning. It's crazy because people fly all across the world just to like um go to like the football game 'cause it always sells out. Um, and I'm sure like all the other ones do, but just like anything, it's always a close match pretty much or close. Just any Army Navy thing is always super close. So it's
Yep.
just like the stuff that I think it means more to like us as like people who go there or
Yeah.
like because like we like go through so much like stuff ultimately like any academy and it's just like
Exactly.
laying it down on the line and just seeing who's better. It's wild.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think anything compares to it.
Yeah, because obviously the fact of getting you second is great enough in itself, but you look at like basketball or you look at other sports, like after every single game at Navy, everyone ends with the Army, right? Like you talk about like a ton of success. And obviously, I'm sure if you ask the athletes, like if you go undefeated and you lose to Army or never win a game and you beat Army, I would assume it would probably be like we would rather beat Army just because of like that's just the way it is, right? It's about
Yeah.
winning against Army.
Yeah, it's like if you go in a restaurant, that's it's all over the wall, just beat Army. Like it's like ingrained in me
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do you ever see yourself going back to an Army Navy wrestling meet at some point in the future?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll
Yeah.
definitely be back at some point in my life. So whether that's
Yeah.
when I have kids or um if I don't have kids with my fiance, it could just be me and
Yeah.
her. I'm definitely going back and I'll probably go with my parents as well. They love it.
Exactly. And that's part of the brotherhood that you guys truly have. And that's where I want to kind of get into that a little bit more because there's a lot of teams around the country that talks about and throws the word brotherhood out. But it just seems to mean something different at the academies. When you hear the word brotherhood, what does that mean to you? And what does it not only mean to the current wrestling program, but also the past and the future wrestlers as well?
Um it's crazy because we have like a bunch of traditions um that have like come down since I've been here from like people who had been here
Yeah.
earlier. Like we one of our coaches, his name's Peyton Walsh. He was a grad here at 20 in 2015, I think. And he's come back and he wrestles with
Okay.
Danny Wask every day. Like it's just like the little things. Like when I think of brotherhood, like I just think of our wrestling team
Yeah.
because like we just endure so much together. Like everyone pretty much does like the same thing. Like and like there's
Yeah.
days where like you're really tired and you don't want to do anything, but like we have each other to pick each other up. Like um
Exactly.
Cayman Smith, the captain, and I, like we stayed back like because we're wrestling with some of the dudes that are going to nationals. And like I think that's
Yeah.
like part of the brotherhood. Like I probably don't have to be here,
Yeah.
but like that's just like I love my guys, and like if that's what they need, like then I'll be here for
Yeah,
that because like in the next couple months well in the next week it'll be over and I'll really have nothing to do
exactly.
with wrestling. So it's just like super tight knit crew that we have here, and
Yeah,
like we'll go to battle for each other all the time.
exactly. And isn't it kind of ironic where how we started the podcast? You talked about when you first got to the Naval Academy, the prep school, where you're like, I don't know if I made this decision right. I don't know if I want to stay here. And now what you're doing is over your spring break, which I'm assuming is your spring break. You're like, you know
Yeah.
what? This has kind of become my home.
No, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love going home. Um, Michigan, it's my favorite place in the world. I got
Yeah.
I have like a couple of the dudes who are going to nationals. They're with me at our sponsors right now. So yeah, just like the little things like I bring him to like I one of the freshmen, he's going to nationals. I brought him to my sponsor's
Okay.
house and like we cook, we make food together, like we pretty much do everything together. I'm just trying to like do everything I can for him to like get everything ready.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna go golfing probably next couple of days, like it's my spring break. But
Love it.
yeah, it's nice.
Are you a good golfer? Are you good at all?
I'm not very good. I'm
You're not
okay.
very good? You're-
I
Golf's
love it
fun.
though.
I,
It's a lot of
I
fun.
love golf. It is a great
Yeah, it's
sport, though.
we just started like bowling, like a bunch of the wrestlers, like
Okay.
we've been going bowling lately. I'm also not very good at that, but we get competitive and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah. I was just going to say you can truly tell you are quote unquote a retired athlete once you start playing golf a little bit more.
Yeah, golf and pickleball. I need to pick that one up. I need to pick up pickleball. I need to get on that train.
Pickleball is great. I love pickleball. It's a great sport, but no, it's awesome. It's awesome. Obviously, the brotherhood that you guys have. These are going to be guys that you're going to probably talk to for the rest of your life. You mentioned obviously you have your wedding coming up as well. I'm sure you probably have a couple of these guys in your wedding. I'm sure a couple of them will probably be at your wedding. Like these
Yeah,
are guys that you're going to be with and talk with for the rest of your life, and you're going to have bonds because of it.
exactly.
And then obviously once you graduate in a couple of months, that's when your military service starts. Talk a
Yep.
little bit about what your future looks like, what you're going to be doing, what you're looking forward to. Obviously, I know you probably can't go too much into detail, but just talk a little bit about what you'll be doing for the next at least 5 years.
So I'll be a surface warfare officer. Um, so I put in a leave date for August to like
Okay.
officially like get started. So I was planning on like staying here and like doing some stuff with the wrestling team over like plebe summer and stuff with like Cole
Okay.
at and some of the coaches. So I put in for August. I kind of have a busy like couple months coming up. We have graduation,
Yeah.
my wedding, and then like in August I'm looking at leaving for to go to school. So I'll do like
Okay.
14 weeks of school at in Norfolk, Virginia, and then I'll go down to Newport, Rhode Island for an extra 5 weeks because the ship that I'm on is like you like drive with like a joystick. So like
Oh, do
the
you
ship that
really?
I'm
That's awesome.
yeah, I have to like do like an extra 5 weeks of schooling just to like learn how to drive that. And then after that 5 weeks I'll be going down to Mayport, Florida, which is where I'll be stationed at. Like that's where my ship's at.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm so excited to get down to Florida. Got a lot of places to golf there and
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um the main like mission for like the it's called an LCS. That's what I'm on. I'm actually wearing the
Okay.
shirt right now. Uh
Love it.
um the LCS that I'm on is like mainly doing like mine warfare. So like you just like search for mines and stuff. And
Okay.
they've been doing some like drug trafficking, like drug interdiction stuff down
Okay.
in like near
Interesting.
South America. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what my future's looking like. So I'm excited. I can't believe they're gonna allow me to drive a ginormous warship.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, that sounds incredible. To be completely honest, and doing it with a joystick, like that's insane. But that's where technology has really come in. Obviously, I'm sure there's much more that goes into that, but eh, I'm assuming that was one of your first choices, right? Because I know depending on rank and stuff like that, obviously it can impact, but it seems like it's something that you're really excited about doing.
Yeah, I am. Everyone like the civil community gets like a bad rap because like you're on a ship when you could be like being a Navy SEAL or like flying. But we really do like we do a lot of stuff and like it's not bad at
Yeah,
all. Like you just kind of even if it's not what you wanted, like some people don't get like SEALs, so
yeah,
they'll be like stuck as a warfare officer and they'll like complain about it and stuff. But it's really like it gets a I think it's one of the toughest jobs that you can do. Um,
yeah,
because like it's the quickest way to leadership. Like you have people under you immediately and like
exactly.
it's like long hours. Like it's just like it's just tough. Like if
Yeah,
you're going like pilot or like SEALs, like those are like tight knit, like tighter knit communities with like if you're a pilot, you could be on a plane that like it's just you and another officer. But for me, I'll have like
exactly.
I'm like with like a bunch of like enlisted people who like are counting on me. So
Yeah.
it's a little different, but like it's definitely good.
Yeah, it's kind of like that team aspect a little bit. Is that you're
Exactly.
going to be kind of charged of a team. You're going to be a captain of a team. Kind of again goes back to a little bit of that wrestling kind of background. But what's most important is that obviously you're really excited for it. I know you still have a little while left to go, and I know that you're going to do great things. I don't know the future that you have planned after your 5 years. I'm sure you don't know 100% that either,
Oh yeah.
but to kind of get close to wrapping up because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you still have schoolwork, a little bit to do, so I'll kind of wrap up here shortly. Obviously, you're kind of to the point where you're looking back at things, right? You're looking back at your wrestling career, you're looking back at your time at the Naval Academy because it's almost done. What has just like the journey at the Naval Academy meant to you? What has wrestling meant to you? Just how has both of those things kind of helped turn you into the person, the leader that you are today?
I guess I'll start with wrestling first because that's a little easier.
Yeah,
Definitely wrestling here is like it's maybe more like mentally strong and like being with people who like just like want to be successful. Uh, it's how you like push yourself and you push other people and like the people around you. Um, like it just makes you a better human being. Like you just go through
exactly.
you go through tough stuff and I'll forever be grateful for like all the wrestling experience that I had. It's like I would say wrestling's probably shaped me more than anything that I've done just because I've been doing it for so long. And like
Yep.
coming here, like it was just like I might have had a lot of success in high school, but like coming here, like I think my wrestling is like definitely got better,
Yeah,
obviously, because you're just in college, like you have to get better.
exactly.
But yeah, and then for the school aspect, like I never like the class that I've taken, if you knew me in high school, you would probably be like, I can't believe this dude's taking these classes right now. Cause like you have to take like a bunch of like crazy classes like Calc 1, 2, 3. And like I was like in high school I didn't even take like I was like I took pre-calc. That was the first I had ever taken. And then you come
Okay.
here and like you do like electrical engineering classes. So like it just goes to show you like you could like I could do anything that I want if I
Yeah.
like really try. So like that's something that like I can always like look back on and be like I've done like hard stuff. Like
Yep.
you can find ways around it. There's ways like you can push through it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely shaped me and like the person I'm being. Like I met my fiance at Naps, so like that's like another huge thing. I'm
Yeah.
getting freaking married at like 22 because
Which
like
is awesome.
I love her and like I would have never met her if I never came here. So and like some of my best friends are I'm hanging out with them right now. Like I'm gonna have them forever. Like
Yeah.
There's freshmen here that I met like just this past year, and like we work out together. We go to Cole's house together. We were watching movies earlier together. Like it's just like there's things I'll never forget, and like even my sponsor parents here, um, they took me in and they feed me sometimes. They let me sleep. I have my own bed downstairs. Like
Love that.
it's just like a bunch of good perks and like a bunch of like things that I'm gonna look back on and
Yeah.
I can recall if I'm ever struggling with anything to be like I've done this or like I've been through that. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm definitely shaping into like a better person. So
Love that. I'm going to put you on the hot seat real quick before we kind of wrap up with the piece of advice. What's one thing you're going to miss from your time at the Naval Academy? And what's one thing that you're so happy that you might never have to do again?
I'll start with a bad thing so we can end on a
Okay.
good thing. I, I don't get me wrong, I love my roommates back at the academy, but I cannot wait to like have my own place and live by
Okay.
myself or like live with my fiance.
Understandable.
Like I don't want to have to like get up at like 2 a.m. and like walk down like the hallway to like go to the bathroom when I could like get up out of my bed in my apartment and like walk
Yeah.
2 feet and go to the bathroom. And like I'm
Understandable.
glad I don't have to like sign a sheet of paper before I go to bed every night saying that I'm there. Like I can just go to bed.
Yeah.
Um, and then one thing that I'll miss is obviously it's gonna be wrestling. Like I'm gonna miss like sucks getting up early in the morning, but like I'm gonna miss like getting up in the morning, going to wrestling, scrapping with the guys, and then like eating with them for breakfast after. Like those are like the little things I'm gonna miss because
Yeah.
I'll probably never like be a part of like a team like as tight knit
Yeah.
um than the Navy wrestling team. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where it's just different, right? You might eventually find your way back to wrestling, could maybe eventually be a coach. I don't know exactly your plans on that, but I know that wrestling has been a big part of your life. I know that obviously Navy has been a big part of your life. And to wrap up, we're going to end on with what kind of advice would you offer to those athletes that are currently experiencing the college recruitment process that you experienced a little bit over 5 years ago, especially for those truly considering a service academy?
I would say if you're coming here, definitely like it looks hard, but you can like anyone could do it. Like you might struggle, but like in the end, it's gonna like make you a better person. So, but I would say like keep your options open and just like seek out people that like you know that could possibly help you, or like if you have ties with people, like definitely keep your options open and like don't be like afraid to like not give like something a chance because like it might like seem too hard or like
Yeah,
because you never thought you would like. For example, I never thought I'd be in the military, but like I gave this a chance and that's probably like the best choice I've ever made.
yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say you took a chance on a school that the coach basically told you, wait a second, I'm going to finish this. And next thing you know, it's a full circle moment where that coach is a father figure. You have friends, brothers for the rest of your life. You found your fiance, and whatever you do going forward, I know that you're going to be very successful because of those things.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you joining. I really hope this was worth your time joining. Really hope you had fun. And yeah, no, I like I told you, I think you're going to be extremely successful. I know you have a lot of things planned ahead, a lot of training, a lot, a couple more months, stuff like left to go. But you're almost there, man. You're almost there. You're going to graduate. You got your wedding. You got great things ahead of you. But to wrap up, I want to end on this. Go Navy.
Beat Army.
Love it. Thank you again so much for
No,
joining. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you, Brendan. Best of luck in the future. I really do mean that. I think you're going to do great things. And yeah, that is a wrap to episode number 559. Thank you again to Brendan for joining and tune in to next episode.